Hey everyone, this is Rosemary from the Unfinished Lesson, and this is another Quick Win series. In this particular series, we're going to take a look at teaching how to practice. Now, I know it's something we all think and we understand it's important, but in this first video, we're actually going to take a look at why is it so important to do this during lesson time, right? Practice is something that happens in between lessons, but really it starts with during lesson time. And in fact, I would argue that most of our lesson should be about practicing. So why? Why do we need to do this during lessons? Well, it saves time. If you want to have balance in your life, let alone even having creativity in your studio, you need to do as much as you can in lesson time that your students and your clients don't have to contact you in between lessons. It's not that I don't want to hear from my clients. I do. I love getting videos of what the kids are doing and pictures and things like that. But I don't necessarily want to have to problem solve when something isn't working out. I would rather deal with that during lesson time so that my free time or my personal time is, well, it's free time and it's personal time. I'm not working. So look, practicing during lesson, it saves everyone time during the week. It means that there's less calls, texts, emails, in terms of needing practice help. And so because we all deserve time away from our studios, we need to make it a priority, I guess is what I'm saying. We need to make it a priority to practice during lesson, right? That our students, they know exactly what they're doing during the week so that they're not left floundering. Because if they're floundering, if they're stressed out, if the parents are stressed out, the likelihood of parents saying, you know what, we're going to just take a break from lessons, or my child's just not enjoying practice and we just don't want to have this fight every week, so we're just going to say no to lessons. What do I need to do to discontinue lessons with you? And as a parent myself, I can understand where they're coming from. There are so many things, possible fights with my kids, battles to pick with my kids, I guess you could say, that I don't want to have battles that don't need to be fought, right? I'm already making sure that they're like brushing their teeth and that they're learning important life skills and that they're, being responsible about what they are doing. I don't want to add another thing to the mix when I know that somebody else could be helping them with that. So one of the ways that I do this, and I'll go more into this in the next videos, but when we are practicing during lessons, what we can be doing is creating a resource library, something that allows our students to have access to us without necessarily having access to us. So whether that is creating backing tracks within lesson time, whether it's making sure that there's videos that will help your students, whatever it is, just make sure that you have it. I'm also going to include a link to last week's series because there is some really great information there in terms of what kinds of resources you could be creating for students. And yes, you can create them during lesson time. I do this all the time. It saves on admin time, but it also means that I can tweak it and make sure that it is set up for my students in a way that works for them. All right, so we're going to leave it there. I'm not going to give you more reasons why we should practice during lessons. But before you go on with your day, I do have something that I would like you to do. I want you to think about what is something very simple that you could do this week during lessons that will help your students answer their own practice questions. Notice I said something simple. I'm not asking you to come up with 100 videos that will help your students. I want you to just do one thing this week that will help your students answer those practice questions on their own, that they don't need to contact you. All right. After you've done that, in the description, in the comments below, you don't get to write in the description, do you? in the comments below, just make sure you write down what is that one thing you are doing. I'm going to be cheering you on. And I hope you have an incredible day. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.